get adjusted here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Snakes. This is Gorgeous George. Good morning, good morning. Got coffee brewing. And I don't remember what it's called. That was a heck of a live stream last night. Hope everybody's having a great morning. Can't see who's in just yet, so we'll give everybody a few minutes to get the notification, link up. What's up, buddy? Got Gorgeous George with us this morning. He's a GHI ball python. Come on, buddy. He's just waking up too. So, what bean do I have today? It's called something. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, that's true. No one's used to being on time. I'm wondering, can you hear me just fine today? Seems like it. Okay. This is true. And I didn't bring the bean out with me this morning that I'm brewing up today. And I'm using the MacBook today for the live stream instead of, I usually just use my phone on the gimbal. So I kind of wanted to see how this worked out and if it was gonna with the MacBook. Compare what it looks like between the two. So last week was kind of a crazy week. I'm going to talk about it a little bit this morning. And talk about the live stream yesterday. Some of the things that happened in that. It was a really good time, though. So glad I got to hang out with my friends. Mark and Sabrina are always a pleasure to hang out with. They're just great people. And Tony Collison came through. So that was really neat. Let's get some more water going on my coffee here. There we go. Here, buddy. Usually so good for these live streams. Yeah, it was kind of a long live stream. It was kind of hard to stay with all day. I get it. People popped in and out, and that was awesome. I was glad to see people coming in and out. But yeah, it was last week was just really a hectic week for me. And I think Mark too. I know he wasn't feeling well the day before, but we'll get more into that here soon. Look at that pattern. Just look at that. He is such a beautiful snake. That's why I would call him Gorgeous George, because he's gorgeous. Look at those graffiti-like alien heads. Yeah, yep. Actually, that's actually why I'm using the Chromebook this morning, or the MacBook this morning, because, yesterday I was kind of going back and forth between screens because we had to set the camera so far back to be able to catch that entire corner, so we could both be in there. But yeah, I figured it'd be easier to read the comments, and I'm just always worried about webcams and, how clear they are and how they look. I know, I trust the camera on my phone, so I tend to use that one a lot. So this guy, Look how far he's stretching himself out this morning. He's reaching. He is reaching. He's so gorgeous. Again, I talked about him a little bit, and I can't see the. I don't think you see the bioluminescence or the bioluminescence, the iridescent scales on him in the camera. But I was talking about him a little bit yesterday, and he's one of them. He's one of them. You know, because all the dark pythons, you can see that in. So Carter's Coils, glad to see you made it this morning, man. Glad to see you made it this morning. I was actually trying. I was going to give you a call yesterday to see if you want to stop by the live stream yesterday, because we had a couple guests that couldn't make it, and I thought, man, I didn't even invite him to stop by there, which would have been really cool because you'd have got to meet Mark and Sabrina, and which are really, two really cool people. They were at the expo where we met. Mark was. I think I pointed out his booth, Pittsburgh. So, but thanks for joining us this morning, man. This is Gorgeous George. He's my GHI. Still kind of a younger guy, but beautiful. Beautiful example of the GHI. He's just gorgeous, and that's why he's Gorgeous George. And I got him from Dragon Balls with Joe Kev. I got him from Joe Kev over at Dragon Balls. So really happy to have one of their snakes in my collection. Obviously. Oh, did you just hang up with Joe? Yeah, he was in like I did an interview with him, but we had just met. It was like my first episode, and I thought, man, I really wanted it because we ended up getting to know each other better at the second expo, which is actually where I picked George up at, was at the Kalamazoo Expo, and we had ran back into each other there, obviously, and I had interviewed him at the Goshen one the night before, and when we met at Kalamazoo, I got to know him a little better, and he got to know me a little better, and I thought, man, we could get so much better of an interview. So I didn't want to put that interview out on those episodes because I think, you know, me and him could, after meeting him, I know we can do a better one than that. So, yeah, part of my plans is to get with them and try to get an episode with Dragon Balls. And, you know, everybody has their secrets and everything. So I don't want to expose anything, but I just think breeders are really interesting to talk to, you know, which is what we talked about too, right? No kidding. No kidding. That's awesome. Well, next time you talk to Joe, tell him Sam from Earthbound Misfits said hi, and the GHI is doing great. He's been an awesome addition to the collection. I love having him. So, yesterday's live stream. So we tried to plan this big, elaborate live stream, and a lot of you guys probably don't realize it, but last week I was sick for most of the week. Actually, 3 days out of the work week, I ended up being at home. I ended up in the hospital at the end of the week, and so I got out of the hospital Friday. I came home from the hospital. I had high ketones. As some of you know, I'm type 1 diabetic. I had really high ketones, and I wasn't feeling really well. Bad migraines. So I didn't really get a chance to put the detail into that that I really wanted to. But even so, like I feel like it still turned out like we had a great time. We had a great time, you know, being able to hang out and go through all, you know, just check out all the animals and talk about them and showcase them at the pet store there. But I didn't really have a lot of time to put it in the marketing and stuff. But we still had a lot of really cool stuff happen, like the gecko. We had a gecko just completely interrupt the live stream, just shut it off on us. You know, Mark got bit by the hognose. The hognose tried to eat Mark. Tony's female rhino iguana tried to climb my face and cut him up pretty bad too. So So it was funny, you know, the way things kind of turned out. Um, but I didn't have as much time to invest in doing things and making sure all the details were right for it. So we're going to continue that journey, trying to get the channel funded to go to Uganda. Obviously, we've got a good start, and now we have a better idea. So now that we've actually done this, that's a good thing about taking risks like that. So even if it doesn't turn out exactly the way you wanted it, you've got a base to start from now, and you have an idea where to build from and where to improve on what you're doing at, you know. So the huggy trying to take his PE off was hilarious. Yeah, and we had a little trouble getting him off. That was pretty funny. I'm sorry, Mark. I know it stung a little. We're not making fun of you, man, but it was pretty hilarious. His wife actually posted, I think Sabrina posted something on the Pittsburgh page about him getting bit by the hognose. Hognose are ambitious, man, and they're eaters. They're eaters. Oh, um, John, hey, how you doing this morning, man? You know, the same thing. Yes, you can subscribe. Just you can hit the subscribe button on our channel. Um, anywhere. I think if that's what you're asking, it's right on our homepage. Maybe even on this. I'm not sure what you guys see. Oh, subscribe to you. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll do that right after the live stream is over. I'll go back through the comments, find your name, click on it, and get to your page and subscribe back. Absolutely. Yeah, I I've been told that too by hognose. If you just kind of push up on their nose, they kind of release. But you know, Tony and Mark have been doing this so much longer than me. Well, especially Tony. Um, has been doing this so much longer than me. So I just kind of let them take care of it. I wasn't the one being bit, and it was some live action footage, you know. So maybe Mark suffered a little bit for the channel. That's awesome though. That's love. Yeah, be sure to smash the like button on the screen there if you're in the live stream. Um, so yeah, we raised a little bit of money for the trip to Uganda, but we're not there. We're not there yet. So we're gonna keep running that. I should have put it in the description for this live stream this morning, but I'm just kind of thinking about everything that happened yesterday and how everything went. And it was really cool. You know, I'm glad that we got to showcase all those animals on the channel. That was really neat. A lot of them I didn't know a lot of details about. You know, I'm more of a snake guy than lizards. We showed a lot of geckos and um, the giant millipede. That was awesome. Mine got all the way down my first knuckle when she bit me. I'm like a stuck pig. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a bit like a bee sting, is what Mark was saying. I've never had a hog nose chew on me before. I've had them false strike me. We were just handling them, and they just it was just before that or just after that because Mark had a expo to get to today. So safe travels, Mark, down to Muncie. I think he's going to Muncie this morning. He's going down there for an expo this morning. So let's all wish him luck, him and the pet store luck down there. Yeah, millipede was really cool. I've never held one that big before. I caught like I mentioned in the episode the live stream yesterday, I caught an American giant millipede, which isn't quite as big. Uh and I think I got pictures of that up somewhere. I know I got some video of it, but and that was way different. It was way different. You could totally feel its feet. You know, there wasn't. It had some weight to it. It was pretty cool. All my friends are scared of snakes. Yeah, I got a lot of friends that are scared of snakes and lizards too, and that's fine. But usually, once I don't know how it is for you and your friends, but usually once I get them in around my snakes, around my lizards, and they see exactly how they are, then they start to calm down a little bit about it, and they really start looking at them and watching what they do and smiling and going, "Wow, that's so cool." So it's kind of just perspective, I think, or exposure sometimes too. So yep, unless there's fear. Yep, that's true. Unless they fear. It's exactly kind of what I was getting at, Candy. So and so one of the lady, and I'm sorry I don't remember her name. I've met her before, like once or twice before in there. But she came in, she had the pictures of the ball pythons. We were kind of looking at trying to see what genes we could see in it. Um, and Carter's Carter's coils. If you want, go back to that episode, scroll back. Maybe you can tell us what you see in it. But I was looking at some of the patterning on the one, and it looks just like the GHI dorsal pattern there. So she said there was no GHI. I can't remember if it was Mojave, Spinner Blast, Mojave Spinner Blast, Super Pastel, I think is what she said she paired. So I'm not sure which one was which. I don't really remember at this point, but that is not what I seen going on in that snake at all. There's something else going on there. And I thought, well, maybe they're het for something, but then it seemed like both the parents would have to be het. And I may be wrong about that. I'm not in the breeder realm just yet. So, oh, you shouldn't kill snakes. That's not, yeah, killing snakes isn't cool, man. A lot of people do that, unfortunately. I mean, but you see, they're just so cool, so friendly. I love them. I love them to death, buddy. I know. I know it's hot and sticky out today. Let me see. Sam, I think you should start trying to do at least 3 or 4 shorts every week. Put a mention about your fundraiser and also Patreon. Right. That's the part. If I can manage it with everything else, which has proven to be kind of a challenge lately. Just because some of the health things that's going on, and then we're waiting on a new house still, and now I'm getting the dates of like September 5th. It's so long. It's so long. So yeah, kind of a lot going on, but um, you're right. I haven't been posting as many shorts lately, and I haven't gotten a couple episodes done. So yeah, I need to get back to that. And I actually have a couple videos I shot for the Patreon. So if you haven't signed up for our Patreon, you can sign up as a free member, or you can sign up as a paid member and get exclusive behind the scenes videos and stuff that I'm just beginning to put out. Um, and I think Candice has seen them. So yeah, we're starting to get that Patreon really going. It's also a good place to help us raise funds for the Uganda trip. Where if you just wanted to donate, you could subscribe to a tier level and then automatically unsubscribe to help, kind of like a one-time donation. If you wanted to do that, or you could stay subscribed, and every little bit helps. It's going to go towards our trip to Uganda here over the next few months. So, um, if you're watching, make sure you subscribe to that. Smash the like button on this. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we also have the GoFundMe, which the link is currently in the description from yesterday's 3-hour live stream. And will be in the description of this video as soon as I'm done with it. as soon as we're done with the live stream here today. So, yeah, make sure you guys check that out. We have a long way to go to meet our goal. I don't expect to raise all the funds that I need. I do have funds. So, but we need help getting there. I'm not sure who else is here. Let's see. I'm not sure yet. I haven't seen Sonia yet this morning. Talked to her a little bit last night. So, and she pointed out I needed to know more about my itinerary in Uganda, and she's right. But this all just kind of happened here in the last couple of weeks. So, Robinson Exotic Reptiles, good morning. How are you doing this morning? We were just talking about this live stream that we did yesterday, trying to raise funds to get our channel to Uganda. And turned out to be a really cool live stream. But we kind of fell short on having everything planned out right. I mean, it was a long week for me medically, and we just didn't get the marketing out that we really wanted to. But we're going to keep trying again. So, oh, we're doing great this morning. Feeling great. Had a rough week last week. I woke up this morning. I feel wonderful. This is Gorgeous George. If you're just getting here, he is my GHI ball python. GHI for Gotta Have It, which I'm sure you know. Got him from Dragon Balls, Joe Keb over at Dragon Balls at the Kalamazoo, Michigan Reptile Expo held by Collison Zoo every month. Make sure you guys check them out. Tony is the one that came on yesterday and brought the rhino iguanas. The other one that tried to climb my face. Yep, and then scratched him. So that's Tony, and he's a central part of the exotic animal community around here. So really glad that he showed up yesterday. It was good to have him. I'm excited to get a good interview with just me and him. We sit down and talk about the things that he's done, the things that he's doing, where he's trying to take things, and some of the new stuff he's working with. He's got some great ambassador animals that we could feature, two of which you saw yesterday. So, and that female that tried to climb my face yesterday, that was her first time out in public. So I don't blame her one bit. She was excited. She wanted to be the star of the show, and she pretty much was the time she was on there. So, yeah, I mean, great to have her, you know. 16. I don't have that many at all. Just 16. I haven't featured them all on here. We just have a few ambassadors that we have on here so far. I do plan on featuring a couple that I haven't shown yet on our Patreon for our paid members, but Jay Candy. Oh, Jay Candy. I was reading your name like your name was Jay Candy. Yeah, what do you breed? I have 33 and 2 clutch and incubator, and one is on day 53 today. Day 53, getting exciting. Just about ready, huh? Just about ready. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't started my breeding program yet, and I didn't intend to breed originally. But I'm sure you know the story. Come on, George. I'm sure you know the story. I've recently begun talking about breeding some of mine. Maybe partnering on some projects with some people just to see what we come up with. I wouldn't be in it for, I don't know. I don't know what I'd be in it for. I'm not even going to say that right now. Yeah. Got over 20. Okay. That's awesome. Hey, yeah, send the link over if you're going to be filming those. those hatches, send that over. Let's check that out. So your second year breeding. So you're relatively new to Carter's Coils. He was just here a minute ago. I'm not sure if he's still in, but they've got some beautiful snakes they got over there. And I love having breeders in that can talk with each other in the live streams, because I'm not a breeder, so I'm no good at advice for breeding questions, but I still like to provide the platform for people to gather, and they can, talk in the comments and kind of converse back and forth. I know some really great breeders, and we met one yesterday on the live stream, and hopefully I'll be working with her in the future with some of the stuff that I have and some of the stuff that she has. So clown pies, that you're into clown pies, desert ghost, and hypo. That's funny. I have a ghost pied. I have a ghost pied. I have a banana pied. I have all kinds of snakes. Lots of banana, obviously. I got 4 or 5 with banana. So orange dream banana, straight banana, banana pied, banana inchy, leopard clown. Then I have a leopard clown, spider, GHI, Candino, Dorothy is, I always have trouble with this one. Pastel inchy, pinstripe, firefly. Am I saying that right? I don't have the card in front of me. She's one of my newer ones, so. And clown pied, nice. Yeah, I love the clown. So, and I have a Mojave fire clown from Wilbanks, and he's beautiful. He's Mojo. We featured him on here. I think last week we had Mojo and Herschel out, or maybe it was the week before. I don't remember. But he's been on the channel quite a bit, and we've got some shorts of him, and he's a really beautiful guy. I love him to death, and I bought him because I really wanted that Mojave gene. I really wanted the clown gene at the time. I didn't have anything with clown at the time, so. Yeah, clowns are just, I love the way the clown gene affects the alien heads. It just looks so cool, I've seen a lot of work with clowns, and sometimes it's cool to see the alien head obliterated, but I like to see it mutated too, and then highlighted with something, which is always neat. Those pastel bananas, man, they look really cool too. After getting loose, he was a banana butter inchy pastel clown. He was beautiful. Oh, I bet he was beautiful. What is it that clown does? So clown takes the alien head. So if you can, I don't have another one out here with me, but if you can imagine, they say the alien takes the alien heads and makes them look like the teardrops of a clown, is the story that I know. And if you go back and you look at Mojo, Candy, I know you've seen Mojo a few times. You're one of my regulars. I love you for it. You go back and look at Mojo, you can see that in him. So it takes like the double eye out of it and kind of puts the one eye in it and kind of droops it, I guess, makes it more round. So that's what the clown gene does. And then his fire, you see the fire go up his side. So God, now I wish I had him out here so I could show you. But he's the ambassador today, Gorgeous George, GHI. GHI stands for gotta have it. Look at that. I mean, he's like a graffiti train car. And he's got so many colors going on. This is what I love about them is they're so diverse. Just the patterning, the colors, it's almost like you get a little bit of normal, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's just kind of, the patterns aren't so broke up that they're like hurricane, or confusion. But it's broke up enough that it just looks globular and so cool. I love it. Mine's banana. Yeah, go check out the live stream. Yeah, I'm sorry you lost your snake, man. That's horrible. It's a horrible situation. We never, ever, ever want to lose any of our snakes, right? Mine's banana. Looked like someone dropped paint on his back. Yeah. Your banana pied? I have a banana pied as well, if that's what you're saying. I think that's what you're saying. I have a banana pied as well. Herschel, which he was definitely on last week. And I think he was the ambassador last week because I actually was able to get him out of his cork. And he's a lovely guy, lovely. He's been a little stressed out lately because we're in the middle of a move. So he's not in a normal environment that he's used to. And he's got a little more action by his cage, by his enclosure than what he's used to having. So I think that's making him a little nervous. But it kind of is what it is for the moment. He only had the clown markings on his head. Yeah, I have a clown. I have a leopard clown, the Mojave fire clown. So um, I have the clown genes here. Yeah, Xanthic GHI. Yes, people do breed Xanthics. What's that? What haven't you seen somebody make yet? What does Mojave do? Mojave is, it kind of gives it this brownish tannish color, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure. Because Mojo's a brown snake. He's tan. I know you've seen him before. Bamboo hypo clown. Oh, yeah, it would be kind of a cool combination to put that in morph market. See what it brings up. Yeah, it lightens them up quite a bit. It makes them really tan, like a really tan color. But then when you mix them with other things, they can bring out some oranges and stuff too as well. So I mean, oh, lovely cup I'm using this morning. Yeah, it lightens them up a lot. Kind of gives them that sandy brown look. I've got, yeah, there's three. I'm sure there's 3 or 4 shorts with Mojo in it. Orange Dream does exactly what it sounds like it does. Makes them orange. So my banana Orange Dream, she looks just like a banana, but all her alien heads are really orange. There's a really orange stamp on them, and it kind of does. I've seen it do a few different things with banana actually. So two pies came from Canova. Interesting. I don't have any snakes from Canova, but I can't imagine what you paid for them. An arm and a leg. I know you did too. I know you, but I mean, it's Canova. You know, I got I'm proud I have a snake from Bob Bledsoe over at Green Room Pythons. I've got one of his snakes, which is Dorothy, the one I was just talking about a minute ago, and she is just an awesome. She's been an awesome addition. I love her so much. Very easily handleable. Uh, I like to do a lot of choice based handling off screen, which I'll be putting some videos on Patreon so you guys know that my snakes are choice based handling. I for these live streams, I tend to pick one out that, I think would be relaxed enough to be on screen for a while. So, and I just try to pay attention to their moods in that morning. Oh, I bet they're beautiful. I bet. We'd love to see them. We need to, we talked about doing a like a Zoom type of stream, so other people can kind of chime in and show their snakes to me as well. So I get to see everybody else's snakes, which I'm always happy to see. Even happier to hold. But I think that would be really cool. I just got to figure out how to do it effectively and efficiently. So don't want to get cussed out. Yeah, no, I understand. My wife's inside sleeping right now too. So, well, she was. She might be up getting coffee now. She usually will join us every now and then on the live stream. I think she was here the week before last, but she usually jumps in on the comments before we're done. So his melody. I don't know how to spell Yiddish. Well, when I started the live stream, Melody was still downstairs sleeping. So she may get up. We were up kind of late last night. Hear that for you in there, right? Yeah, we were kind of up late last night, and because I was sick in the hospital last week, I kind of got some extra sleep a couple days ago. So, I didn't require as much beauty sleep. She doesn't require any beauty sleep. She's beautiful enough. I gotta say that, or she's gonna come back at me later and be like, "You said I need a beauty sleep. I didn't say that." Right, guys? I didn't say that. So, yeah, I'm gonna continue to run the fundraiser to get us to Uganda with Dave Kaufman until we're ready to go, because we're gonna need help getting there. Need all the help we can getting there. So we'll keep that donation, the GoFundMe open. The Venmo post, that's going to stay up, and hopefully we gain some headway here soon. So we're supposed to go in Candy. We're supposed to go in January is when we're scheduled to leave. So, and I still got to get with Dave and the guide about what the itinerary is, so you guys will know exactly what I'm doing, and I'll know what I'll be able to plan out for the episodes for that week for the channel, how and where if we can go live. So there's a lot of details I still got to work out with it, but I just started talking with Dave about this like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and then we suddenly came up with the live stream idea to try to get some of the funds ready to get us there because it was such a short notice. So, and again, so the whole thing's kind of been short notice, setting up that live stream yesterday was kind of short notice. And then getting all the, thanks for subscribing. I just seen that comment. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Helps us out a lot. What was I saying? Oh, so everything was kind of last minute, because we're trying to rush and get ready for this. And there's a lot of stuff I have to do outside of getting the funds for that with the passport and immunizations I'm supposed to get before I leave the country. So there's a lot of stuff to do, episode planning, stuff like that. It's got to go on. So a lot of work to be done. So we just got to keep pushing that fundraiser and keep getting people interested, understanding what exactly we're trying to accomplish. That is a loud truck. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, and the Patreon. I mentioned earlier the Patreon, which somebody had pointed out to me that that's a good way to donate too, because Patreon takes very little percentage, less than GoFundMe does. There's a fly. less than GoFundMe does. And for a subscription, I think our top tier is $30 a month. Uh, whatever you want to donate, you could just subscribe and then, turn right around and unsubscribe for a one-time donation, or you can stay subscribed to the Patreon and get all the behind the scenes exclusive stuff that you don't get on YouTube, that you won't get on YouTube. Just a little stuff me and Melody film behind the scenes. I got some new ones that I'm getting ready to put up because we're really just getting that updated and going. So no, it wasn't an old truck. It was a big diesel truck. So there's a lot of RVs in this area, so people tend to drive those a lot. Located in Michigan, Southwest Michigan. That's where I'm located at. Um, and we just got our channel started just a couple months ago, so we're relatively new, but we're making a lot of headway pretty fast. I have to. So I was supposed to put my Minnesota episode out that features Bob Bledsoe from Green Room Pythons and Dave Kaufman from everything Dave does on YouTube. I was supposed to put that out this week, and I ended up in the hospital by the end of the week, so I didn't get a chance to actually work on it. And I promised you guys that episode last week, and it made me feel really bad. And then trying to get the live stream around, it was just like bam, 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 one thing after another. Just the whole week just kind of fell apart. Did you go to Kalamazoo? You had a Kalamazoo episode or expo, or did you end up at an expo in Michigan? So Robinson Exotics here says, I went to Michigan like 9 months ago and picked up 8 snakes. So I wonder, were you in Kalamazoo? No, a breeder. I wonder if I know who they are. Probably not. There's so many people. That breed snakes of all kinds. So, yeah, we do have a way to print our stickers. But I'm trying to get it redesigned because the way the image file I sent to him was not clear enough. So, yeah, Grand Rapids is about 45 minutes for me. But our stickers, I showed you the ones and they were kind of foggy looking. So I just got to cleaned up. I think I'm just going to send them off to a professional and have them just get it done for me. That way I can get the stickers out and everything. So, and that's the thing with the Patreon too, right? Is because on your second and third tier, you get free stickers, t-shirts. So I do have t-shirt printer. I do have access to t-shirts. So that's not really a thing. It's just getting that logo done correctly in the right file. So 2 bamboo, like 4 clowns and a couple het clowns. Okay, let me run back here. Let me see what you're talking. I have a contact that could print tees on demand for you. Oh yeah? Yeah. Send me the info. You message me on Patreon. The info. I'll definitely check them out. I think the biggest thing is redesigning the file, getting the logo redesigned without losing its authenticity of what it already looks like, and getting that done correctly. 700, that's not a bad deal at all, man. So you really are working on a clown project, aren't you? Yeah, that's a pretty good deal, Jay. That's pretty awesome. Instead of having to buy in bulk. Yeah, well, buying in bulk wouldn't be so bad, depending on what you consider bulk. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing: is I was also a nonprofit president previously. I ran a Narcan program where I funded and gave out free Narcan um, with my organization that me and my stepsister designed. But I had T-shirts printed up for that. Also, used to run a music studio, so I have a lot of those types of contacts. But I'm always looking for something. You never know who you might run into, and I'm not really sure who's still doing T-shirts anymore. Um, so yeah, I'd appreciate another contact. You make your own racks, huh? That's pretty cool. So where are you based out of, Jay? If you don't mind me asking. Did we go through that already? I got a buddy of mine here that makes my enclosures. Um, Cody's Exotics and Custom Enclosures. So he makes all my stuff that I order for my grown, my 4x2x2s. He makes all those for me. Um, he said, I'm not spending. Right. I get what you're saying. Oh, so you're not far at all. You're from, okay, Cincinnati, Ohio. That reminds me of that Eminem line. Sort of staying for address, Cincinnati. Anyways, um, yeah, I don't blame you. If you can find a better way to do it, and I'm guessing you're using PVC. What kind of heat source are you putting in there? Tape, panels? What are you using? Let's talk about that. We got about another 15 minutes to burn up here. Candy, yes, you can give her my email from your YouTube, from my YouTube. Yes, absolutely. Heat tape. Yeah, that's what I figured. Heat tape. That's awesome. I was just talking with because I'm just starting to talk about breeding. Um, so I was talking with Tony yesterday after the episode was over, and he mentioned how he had. I don't know if he was trying to sell it to me. So Tony, if you catch this, if you're trying to sell me that incubator rack, get at me, man. Herbistat 6, no kidding. I'm interested in that new system they have out, and I can't remember the name of it right now. But it's fully digital and it's pre-set up. So, but then you can make minor adjustments for any type of animal that you're keeping. They have pre-programmed settings in there for ball pythons, boas, bearded dragons, all that stuff. So you're into dogs too. That's awesome. Yeah, we have some bearded dragons as well. We have some bearded dragons as well. Four, as a matter of fact. We don't breed our dragons. We love them. They got such great personalities, man. Major. So I just did that yesterday. I go through once a week. Every Saturday, I go through. It's my ritual. Go through, clean out their water bowls, spot clean all their enclosures. Um, the ones I have in tubs, I'll check their bedding, see if we need to replace it or not. But once a week, I feed them one day and then I clean their enclosures the next, water all the plants because all my enclosures are bioactive except for the tubs that I have. I've only got three of them in tubs right now, but that's because of our living situation. But even then, they still have bioactive enclosures waiting for our new house to be done. So they're just kind of being kept alive. The enclosures, not the snakes. Snakes are being kept alive too. Wow, I'm just talking myself into a mess here. So bioactives are still active that I don't have snakes in, is what I'm trying to say. Foster and adoption before she passed. Let me see. Feed on Mondays, clean on Tuesday and Friday. Yeah, I usually clean after a day after feeding. I'll clean up and give them Give them some time to digest and see if they're going to mess their enclosures up again. Seems to work out. We got a pretty good schedule worked out, which is pretty cool. I think we nailed it. Let's see. No, it's not really hard to keep going. The bioactives, I'm guessing what you're talking about. Yeah, so yeah, I feed them some. They got plenty of leaf litter in there. I make sure they stay moist, and then I'll put some fish flakes. Sprinkle some fish flakes around in there to make sure that they have food and access to good shelter while they're awaiting to have their snakes put back in there. Their neighbors. What did I miss something here? Okay, Pitbull foster and adoption before she passed. Oh, okay. That's awesome work. That's one of those. That's a hard task. That's a hard task. So, good morning, Melody. There's Melody. Right at the end of the live stream. We were just talking about you, Melody, just a few minutes ago. Yeah, that's right, Candy's in the geocaching. Melody got bit by a dog this week. Can I tell him the story, Melody? Got bit by. I'm not gonna tell the whole story. She got bit by a dog. She fell down some steps. She racked her shoulder on some steps, a whole nother set of steps. It's just been a hard week for her. It's just been a hard week for her. It's a hard week for her. And then she had to take care of me while I was sick. And I'm just a big baby. And I'm hard to deal with when I'm feeling like that. So she's just, and she made me feel so special while she was doing it. So she's just the sweetest ever. I really am. I said it. You didn't have to highlight it. I said it. I'm a big baby when I'm feeling like that, when I'm sick. And when you've been with somebody for 25 years, you know what to do. So I am planning I am going to try to plan something else for fundraising for the Uganda trip. Like I said, for this episode, I'm going to continue to put the GoFundMe link in all the episode descriptions that I do until we can reach our goal or until I get to Uganda. One of the two. So we got to make it happen. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying at it. And we're going to get this channel to Uganda one way or another. So I'll be sure to include all that. But I will be planning something to highlight another fundraising event. And hopefully I won't have a bunch of hurdles to jump over and we have a little more time to plan things out. But I mean, being in my favorite exotic pet store yesterday was such a pleasure. I just felt so at home that it was nice just to be able to relax for a little bit. And for Mark, to sit and talk with Mark, he's such a great guy. I mean, he's a sweetheart of a guy. He's a great friend. And I can't say enough good things about either one of them. For them we've developed quite the friendship over the past almost year. And for them to invite us into the store and kind of give us a corner and interrupt their business, I mean, that's a huge show of endorsement, a huge show of support. And I really appreciate every bit of support we get. The donations we got, I can't say I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. So I just want to say thank you for the love and for the support and believing in what we're trying to do. It really means a lot to us. Really means a lot to us. And for Marcus and Sabrina to extend their friendship like that and let us come in and be so hospitable We completely moved shelves around in there to make that happen. So um, we came in and rearranged the pet store, and they did it. They did it just out of love and support. And those people are hard to find. And people like you who support us in our endeavors here are hard to find too. Um, but not a one of you goes unappreciated. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so now that I'm done ranting and raving about how much I love you guys, what are we talking about here? Has a bull on his side. Where at? Oh, when he was up like this? I don't see it. Get back in the position. Get back in the position you were so I can see what she's talking about. Can you do that for me? I think your head was between my fingers up here. Up here. No? I don't see it. Right next to my head. Well, now he's moved. A bull. I'm looking. Let's look on the other side. I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it. No, I don't see it. No, he's not. He's not. He's been moving. He's pretty relaxed. But we're outside. Hey, buddy, look at his little face. He's such a cool guy. We got Snakey on last week on camera. That was pretty dope. My favorite, personality wise or genes? That's two different questions. That's two, and that's even a hard one. So personality wise, that's even a really hard one. Archimedes, my banana, is my BFF, hands down. Um, but Dorothy and Mary Jane, Mary Jane's my spider ball. She they're in really close running. So Melody would probably be able to answer that question more honestly than I would, because I'm never going to say Archimedes is not my favorite ball python because I love her so much. Um, she's just a beautiful, beautiful banana ball python, and I love her. I love her to death. So, gene wise, I would have to say Norma Jean. Norma Jean is my banana and she leopard clown. She's probably my favorite gene wise because she just looks like she's stripped blonde, and down her dorsal is one purple stripe. And then she's got a beauty mark on her right cheek that's purple, and a couple purple spots on her sides that the leopard kind of left behind, and she didn't quite clean up. So, but other than that, she's a beautiful snake, and I think she's on a short. I may be wrong about that because she might be one of my holdback ambassadors that I haven't featured, or maybe you can only see. There are some snakes that you're only gonna be able to see if you're a Patreon subscriber. I mean, it's part of marketing the Patreon, but yeah, I'd say Norma Jean is probably my favorite one, gene wise. Yeah, I probably don't see the bull because I'm so used to, and I see it the way the way I see it. I still don't see a bull. I don't see it. I have a female named Marie. That's my Candino. I have to bring her out. I don't think she's been on the channel yet. My favorite gene wise is gonna. She's a black cat pastel Leo het pied. Oh yeah, that's gotta be a beautiful snake. Yeah, Melody's favorite is Pleiades, and that's our orange dream banana. Nope, Pleiades is the orange dream banana. Maria's Candino, Spider Phantom. Yeah, Marie's the Candino, right? You're not dumb. Uh, don't talk about my best friend like that. Come down there and kick your butt. Yep, she's named after Marie Curie. Another scientist name. I'll leave you to look it up, see who it is. Um, Candino is albino and lavender, I believe. Yeah, she's very, very bright. She's got red eyes. I'll have to. I don't know if there's any. I don't think I have any videos of her out yet. So, so maybe that's when I'll put on the Patreon, right? Then only certain people get to see. That'll be cool. That's why I suggested it. Yep. That's why he suggested it. Yep. That's why he suggested Marie. I get it. Yeah, I kind of thought that's what you were getting at because you know that we tend to name snakes after scientists, and our females we like to name after female scientists. Archimedes is actually female, but she came to us as marked as a male, so that's why she's got the name. And I just thought after I figured out she was female after I had her sexed, I wasn't going to change her name. So Archimedes works for her. Train two of my old thermostats for a Sumapide. Nice. That'll be awesome. All right. Well, I hate to cut this off because we're really getting on the conversation here, but I have some other things I have to do today. Um, and hopefully I'll get this Minnesota episode up next week. If you're watching this episode after we've gone live and it's posted, please check out the GoFundMe link and consider a donation to help get us to Uganda with Dave Kaufman and Dave Kaufman's Reptile Adventures. And you'll be helping us with our efforts on education and conservation, and the education of conservation on top of that, and some really cool episodes, some really cool footage that we can get out to everybody and everybody see, get some more learning opportunities, including myself. I've never been out of the country, so it's something I'm really, really, really looking forward to. And I can't think of a better place to go to than the motherland, right? Because we're all descendants of Africa. We're all descendants from the plains of Africa. So really like to go there. I really like to have that opportunity. And Dave would be a great guy to go with. I can't think of many other people I like to go there with. So smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. Go check us out on Patreon, Earthbound Misfits Exotics. Subscribe. You can join for free, or you can join as a paid tier member, which always helps our channel out, of course, to grow our brand and get a farther reach. So thanks for joining us this week for Coffee with Snakes Lives. Until next time, stay wild, but keep your feet on the ground. Thanks, everybody. Love you.